recording now? Or... Yeah, it's recording.
The house streaming.
Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, welcome to Pickle Donut with your hosts, Jerome and Alan. The show you're going to grow to love and love to hate. Hello, Alan. How's it going?
It's going.
So, do you ever feel like it's just hard to express how you feel some days?
Yes.
Like, I'm not sure about you. Actually, that's what I know about you. I would say we're pretty soft-served dudes, and we definitely in the past gotten drilled and questioned by family and friends and classmates.
You mean how my parents thought I was gay till I was 14?
Yeah, like that, and so we do fit the stereotype, even though we have beautiful fiancés.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely been something that runs even to this day in my life. Like, I still get called ma'am just because of my voice and my size, and even though I have facial hair. Like, really?
Yo,
really?
But you have to understand this. There's this lady who came into my work, right? She had more facial hair than I do.
Well,
She had more facial hair than I do. Yeah, I don't grow much, but I still have some. You can still see it.
I mean, yes, that's also a bad hand drawn, but, yes.
See, I just get called gay because I'm flamboyant as fuck.
Same here. I mean, I've had guys ask me, are you gay? And I tell them, no, I'm not gay. And they say, are you sure?
I've had guys
and then
ask
continue to flirt me. It's like, I don't have problems with that. It's just gets awkward. And I know there's people out there, like, I know it goes other directions too. Like,
I don't care your orientation or whatever the fuck you want to call it now. Like, there's over 100 different, names that people can identify by.
Yes.
And, I don't care what you do. Just don't do it in front of me, please. That's my only thing. You can be happy and do whatever you want. Just don't bend someone over in front of me.
No one's gonna do that.
That's a lie.
Okay. You might have experience at your house growing up where one of your friends were macking on another friend. Poor dad. Just poor dad.
That was a funny.
But that's fine. I don't care about intimacy. I have, gay family members. I love my brother to death and his husband.
Ray's fucking awesome.
Yes, he is. That doesn't...
He does my hair very well.
Yes, he is a hairstylist. Very stereotypical type, but that's stereotypical. That's okay. I don't care if they, I don't see anything like their intimacy any different than me and Kelly kissing in front of you, Alicia, or you, Alicia, kissing in front of me. It doesn't freak me out.
Yeah, and
it doesn't bother me when my future sister-in-law and her girlfriend do it. To me, it's normal.
It's normal to me just because of, what I've experienced through my life. But it's just, I don't know. I don't want to, you can kiss, make out, touch each other in front of me all you want. Just don't take clothes off. Don't take clothes off in front of me. For the love of God, do not get naked in front of me and start doing dirty things.
No one wants that.
They want it. Okay,
just because your brother has no...
Just because my brother's Bubba's bitch?
Just because your brother is twisted doesn't mean everyone else was like, no one wants that, gay, straight.
Hey, Bubba did in jail. Bubba still does. Bubba's waiting.
So, before this podcast, last week I texted you. Actually, no, I called you, saying, "Hey," because we wanted to do a movie review.
We were going to do a murder series, but no, that didn't sound fun.
And
so,
I was sitting there figuring out what should we watch, and truth be honest, if it wasn't for me running into this particular movie we're going to talk about here after a bit, it was going to be Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley. I've never seen it, and I thought, oh my gosh, Chris Farley, and we'll do that in the future.
Spoiler alert, this is the first time I've seen this movie.
So, now we're going to talk about this one. So, I called you out of shock because I didn't know this was on Netflix. But Brokeback Mountain, I've seen this movie before.
You didn't even have to tell me when you called. You literally called and I'm like, you saw Brokeback Mountain, didn't you? I was waiting for this.
And I've seen this movie before when I was like 13 years old with my mom and my brother. I didn't know much of it. Remember some, but not much. Rewatching it about, it, opens your eyes that, society has changed a lot. Like, it still needs work, but it has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Since at least, the period, so this movie took a period over 20 years. Started in 1963. Back then, it was definitely a hush-hush thing, secretive, because...
Like, you're going to get killed.
Because you're going to get killed.
If you tell someone that you're gay or you're doing shit with the same gender, they're going to kill you in some manner.
Or they're going to, torment the fuck out of you.
You'll wish you're dead.
And that was the problem. Their, deaths and suicide among,
like, literally in the movie, they have to go get jobs where they herd sheep in the mountains by themselves and are stranded to go do their shit. Then they go back to civilization and, wife, kids, we're going on fishing trips. Those are some dirty fishing trips. The worm gets in the hole. It's just a different hole.
No, and that's being a little too insensitive.
No.
But yes, no, you see it that way. If you stop and think and see it, you can definitely tell Enos, he struggled a lot with it because of his upbringing. Mm-hmm. He was terrified. Where Jack, he was more open.
Yes.
Even though he still had a secret life. He still had his cover-up of his wife and kid. But he just did it because he didn't know what to really do, even though he wanted to have a relationship with Enos.
I can't say that name right.
I cannot.
Enos?
Enos.
No, like, I get the fact of, like, it was to protect themselves in some way.
Right.
It's just like, in my head, society is a bunch of dicks for making people have to do it that way.
Right.
Like, if you're going to hate people for doing shit like that, then you should, in my opinion, be put in a hole. Yes, it's harsh, but go sit in a hole for a week. Then you can come out. We'll feed you. We'll give you video games. Just sit in the hole. No internet. Just play like Pong on the Atari. Like back in the good old days.
They had Pong machines before that too.
I know, but Pong on the Atari. That was the first thing I played.
Watching this movie, it makes you realize, feel for these two. And, from the beginning of it, like their relationship. Like you wouldn't expect that they were gay at first.
No, they seem like two straight, hardworking ranchers that need some extra money.
Right. And they're just trying to live their dream, wanting to be a rodeo and ranching. You can definitely tell that they didn't think this was gonna happen, but it just happened.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens like that. But yeah, no, watching them go through that 20-year spree, you can start getting a sense of like, this is not fair at all.
No.
And then towards the end, like, Jack, spoiler alert, I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, Jack gets murdered, and pretty sure, it's not pretty sure, but
no,
it was his wife orchestrated it.
You know who it is.
His wife
yes.
had him killed.
Yes.
And yes, that was so messed up. Then Annis went and seen Jack's family at their family ranch, and you got a sense of, from his mom and dad, you knew his mom knew, you could tell his family knew.
Yeah.
That he was gay. He was open about it. Obviously, his dad was kind of more reserved about it and didn't seem too shook up. He didn't want his son put out, ashes spread out at Brokeback, and you can tell his mom was just knew instantly that these two were facing each other. And you see Jack, all he really wanted that whole time was to move back out to his family's ranch and take over the ranch and be with him. Just the two of them. He had this romantic idea, and it was such a sweet idea. And it's just so sad that, at that time, you could not do that.
Yeah.
And you really get a sense of how love Jack Twist was when Annis went up to his childhood room, looked around, and, there was a shirt that was missing when they were leaving Brokeback of Annis, his favorite shirt, and he didn't know where it was. Jack kept it, and Jack took it and put it within his coat and kept it in for so many years. And I thought that was so sweet. It was so nice, such a romantic idea, and it's just so sad that he never got to live the life he actually wanted.
Yeah.
And after that, Annis went home, and next thing is his daughter, who is fully grown now, 19 years old, comes to his house, Annis' house. Remind you, Annis and Jack were around that age when they met and were herding sheep out at Brokeback.
Yeah.
And, Annis having that conversation with Junior about, do you really love this man, or does he really love and care about you? You can definitely see he wanted his daughter, was making sure his daughter was fully loved. He was kind of blindsided by the fact that she was getting married, and he's happy for her, and he's gonna miss work for this wedding. We never actually get to see the wedding, but
yeah,
at the end, you can tell he's missed a lot. He's happy for his daughter. He wants his daughter to have the best life she wants, and hopes that you can definitely tell he wants her romantic, her to have the fairy tale that he never had. And daughter takes off and leaves, and at the very end, he finds her coat with a jean jacket coat, which is ironic because the jacket that he found in Jack's closet at his childhood home was the denim jacket that he wore, and Enos still kept that jacket hung up in his little wardrobe closet thing, and you see that when he picks up his daughter's jacket, smells it like he did at Enos's, and hung hers up right next to his. And the daughter knew. You can tell the daughter knew his secret too, and really cared. But yeah, we didn't talk about a lot of the main stuff. I wish I would have remembered my notebook I had, because there's a lot of other things that, there's not much dialogue. This is definitely to this movie, but it's a lot of cinematography shots.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of beautiful shots. This movie is beautifully shot. To the T. Yes. You gotta grip what was going on throughout the whole movie, even though there's not much dialogue. But boy howdy. Some parts though didn't quite make sense with it. Like, just seemed like it was all much like the bear scaring the bear scene, like where the bear scared the horses, right? And then they end up having to go shoot an elk. Like, okay, they shot an elk, yes, that was a lot of meat. Where did they store this meat? Like, you can't just shoot an elk that weighs, God. Oh.
Well, it looked like in the movie they were making jerky out of some of it.
They had to, even at camp, that'd be really hard to do jerky over fire. Because you almost have to smoke it. You almost have to build a smoke shack.
You salt it a lot.
Yes, but for all that meat they had, where did they store it?
They had to give 3/4 to the bear. The bear came back and told him to pay up. He's just like, that's my elk, bitch.
I mean, it was a beautiful elk that they shot.
I would like to make some jerky out of that elk.
What's also funny is, all the times they went fishing, I thought it was funny that, not even, like when Enos's wife found out, I mean, she's seen Enos and Jack making out in the courtyard, but, and she didn't say anything. That's why I wanted to lock the door. So no.
You want me to get up and lock the fucking door? Fucking making me walk.
Because, yes. Love you, Alicia, but I don't like being interrupted.
Yeah, you look. Alright. Anyways.
So yeah, now what was your takeaway from this movie?
My takeaway from the movie is what my takeaway from life is, which is people are assholes. Like, the whole theme of the movie is how, like, back then, you had to hide the fact that you were homosexual. You had to have this whole cover-up, you had to sneak away to do it, you had to say you were doing something completely different and act like nothing was fucking happening. You had to spend most of your time hiding the shit and not enjoying it.
Right.
So, like, to me, it's just people being assholes. Like, nowadays, people are still assholes, like, even to them nowadays. They're like...
Yeah.
Like, certain states, you still can't get married.
Right.
Certain states, you still have the assholes who are, like, very anti-gay.
Which we do live in. It's kind of funny. The state we live in, which is South Dakota, it is literally 50-50. Like, okay, maybe more like... Actually, I can't say really 50-50. I would say maybe more like 25-75%. Like 75% are still... Maybe that's not even a fair margin.
It's literally just like if your family runs deep in this place and it's like you're one of those families that go by your family's upbringing from like way back, like your great grandparents, you have the same fucking like lessons you have to get instilled in your head and shit. It's those families that literally keep this shit going. Is like they just keep the hate going for certain type demographics of people.
Yeah.
They don't stop it. They don't do shit.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Oh, you're good. And then like in the movie, it's real fucked up because it's just like even back then it was even worse.
It was worse, yes. Like this movie took place in probably the worst areas, Montana and Texas.
Yeah.
Oof, that is a rough combination. And then after that, you're cowboys, where you expect to be manly men.
Yeah,
you know,
you're not
which
expected.
Kind of ties into our earlier conversation with male expression.
Like certain stereotypical like cowboys, you have to be manly men. You can't have any soft spots. You have to be hardworking, shit like that.
Right.
You can't like show emotion. You can't cry. You can't feel pain. You gotta keep going.
And and there's like we grew up in an area like, no offense, love your dad, well both your biological dad and your adopted dad. Keith growing up, he was so straight faced. Then when you get older, you get more into it, and talking with him and understanding a lot of stuff, you find out that he is a manly man, but he does have a side to him where he is open about his feelings sometimes.
Just like growing up, he was trying to show us like you have to be strong to deal with certain shit.
But your dad, he was a fucking Marine.
He's a
badass, and he's a fucking cop. Like, understand,
like shit. My punishments in 4th grade was I get my head shaved bald.
That was the actual punishment? I thought you...
No, dude. That's why all...
That was a punishment?
That's why I came to school with my head shaved. That's why I got smart.
I just thought it was your parents.
No. That's why I got smart in school. That is why I actually tried on tests finally, is because my punishment was if you fail a test or get a C or lower, because we know you can do better, you get your head shaved.
Really? So that whole time I thought it was just your...
No.
Your dad was just... Your parents were shaving a buck by cutting your hair. No. That was really... Never knew that.
When I did good, I went to Wally's.
Wally's.
When I didn't do good, I went to the stool in the kitchen and I got my head shaved down to the skin. Like, it was squeaky. It was squeaky. There was no hair. It was squeaky.
Did they do that? They must have done that with both you and Rain then.
No, Rain liked it.
So Rain actually liked it.
Rain liked it until I started growing my hair out, and then he actually, like, kept his hair long. Kind of stupid.
Huh. But I get where your parent... I mean, Alan, yes, you're very smart. This is the kid who tutored a girl in our class, got her straight A's to the point where she got a scholarship, but he wouldn't hand in any of his homework, even though he was in the same classes with her.
What's homework? I also graduated high school with a 1.27 GPA.
But yeah, you had all the scholarships.
I had more scholarships than most people.
It just bothered me. I know it was probably the most, like...
Here's what you learn from this, kids. You learn, 1, don't give a fuck what people say. 2, you don't have to be a tryhard in school to be smart and go to college.
Now, here's the thing. Just hand in the work. Yes, it might not, to you, it might seem pointless, but just hand in the work.
Ace all the tests. That's all you gotta do.
Especially if you're already pretty much filling it out for, I shouldn't say filling it out, doing it.
What are you talking about? I did the whole thing for her. Like, I did the homework.
Well, if that was the case, why didn't you just...
Because I didn't care.
Yes. Definitely off topic. Going back to this, but yes, yeah. Derail a little bit, but yes,
Just a little.
Yes. Just be yourself,
Wear what you want.
Wear what you want, like...
Mankinis.
Yes. So, recently I was at Walmart with Kelly, and I needed some more underwear and other clothing, and I just needed it.
And this man sends me a text.
No, hold on. So, get to that, your story. I have to finish this. So, I seen, they're not tend to call them mankinis, but they're male bikinis, and, oh my gosh, they are comfortable, but I was standing in that aisle looking at, boxers and whatnot.
No, apparently you were just looking at the mankinis.
I kept going back over there thinking, like, God, this is so... Who would wear these? I was like, oh, I know who would wear these, but I wonder if it's actually comfortable. And it was tossing on my head about, should I grab them or not? And Kelly's like, just do it. I'm like, okay, I will. What is gonna hurt? It's not... What is gonna hurt?
And then this man sends me
I try them on, oh my God. It is like the closest you're gonna get to be wearing a loincloth.
Yeah.
Like, you feel so free, like it's so...
You remember when you were a baby, and when you were a baby you loved riding around naked, but you couldn't because your parents wouldn't let you. Well,
this almost feels like
this makes you feel like you are running around naked, just going balls to the wall everywhere. Like, wearing these at work, oh, they were so comfy, like...
Because you're not getting underwear right... Okay, except for you. You probably got too big.
Leave my stick body alone.
You don't need a large. I'm pretty sure you could have got fine with the medium.
I probably could have, but, like, I was going by waist size, and my jean size was in that large. I'm just like, alright, let's fucking...
You probably get large because you like your boxers a little bit baggy.
Oh, I like them baggy. I need a
but
little bit
this is something
extra
that you can get baggy. Like, mine are 3X, perfect size.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole lot of ass, a little bit of short.
Oh, and trust me, guys, mankinis will bring joy to your life with your significant other.
Oh yeah, they'll find it sexy. Like,
I'm not allowed to wear them in public anymore. I've been told so.
She'll get the show later, but like, they don't ride. You don't get the whole ride up bunched up on the side.
You don't have
Sometimes you forget you're wearing them.
You also don't have that annoying, like, when you're wearing boxers, the crotch right up where it's, like, hurting your nuts while you're walking around if your jeans start riding up.
The material is even feels different.
It just feels like...
It breathes.
It feels like there's nothing there.
Like, it breathes so well.
As Alicia comments, you're sexy as hell in the mankinis.
Thank you, babe. I'm kidding.
That's mine. Yours hasn't said shit. Yours says so much love, W.
Well.
Don't know why W.
Alicia, is she watching?
So, on to the mankinis.
Mankinis.
So, something similar to a mankini is what Lil Nas X wore in his music video.
Oh, God.
When you get to see he has this crotch shot just while he's sliding down the pole. You just see everything. It's just like, and Alicia's comments like, it's padded. I'm like, damn, calling him out like that, it's padded. But damn, he gave that devil a lap dance.
Oh, yes.
Like, that devil he looked so pissed, but inside he was like this cheery little fucking girl, just like, yay!
I love that whole music video.
And yeah, she is watching.
Just definitely expressing how he feels about that guy.
Like, the one part that I will not sing in that song is, what is it? Hold on, where's my phone? I need this lyric. Da 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 da. But there's this one lyric in the song where he's just like, I'm ride you and shoot a shot in your face.
To the devil.
No, like, literally it's just it's just a lyric in the middle of the song.
Right.
And it's just like, hey, I found it. Got it. Yeah, I'm fucking fast.
Something you brought up to me about this music video is the people wanted taken down.
Shoo a child in your mouth while I'm writing. That is the line. That is the one line. No, it's a shot, not a load. A shot. I just Googled it. But, no. The one thing that I saw was people were like, the music video was getting a lot of hate because of the gay sexual orientation around the music video. All
It's
this.
not even that bad.
Well, it's just like in all like older people's minds and like shit like that. Like people who are dense and don't get like expression of
That's
oneself and
still
everything.
not
like
as
that.
bad. Like,
To them it is. Like they want that off, plus he's lap dancing on a devil. So it's all the Christian people at that point. So you have that shit happening, so people want to take down. He literally posted on TikTok saying if it got put down, he was going to put it on Pornhub.
even though it's not that bad. Like, there's, okay,
Like,
it's stereotypical. Stereotypes here. Now we're gonna start stereotyping here. If this was like, Katy Perry's,
California Girls,
California Girls, where
like
she's
naked.
naked, but
No, that's perfectly fine.
But
And
you
Katy
know what?
Perry
She's fine.
used to be a gospel singer also.
then that's fine. You know what? I love me some Katy Perry. I never thought anything different of that. Like when I seen this music video, I never thought I didn't think anything different of that. You know, there's even worse music videos like Cupcake.
Like, yo, you can find some racy ass music videos out there, but like this one, it's just like, I think the reason it rubs people the wrong way is because it's homosexual and it involves the devil. Those are the two things that rub people wrong about this video, and it's
Our governor had a Twitter beef there for a little bit with little sex, like over the devil shoes, because the drop of blood in. It's like, really, bitch?
Our governor needs help. Our governor wanted to never have hemp in this state.
Let's talk about the fact that elephant in the room is our state passed legalized marijuana on recreational and
Medicinal.
It passed by the people by a good margin. You can't tell me this wasn't she had her hands in with it and paid off the people that she did for saying nope, and then come back like literally this past month saying, well, maybe this amount. Even though now there's something out there, but she's trying to make a compromise. She done fucked up. She thinks she's big shot.
She made a campaign saying,
meth, we're on it.
we're all on meth. I sent that to my friend in Tucson. I sent that to him. He never heard of it. I sent him the ad, and he just died laughing. He's like, your governor's stupid as fuck. Like,
She is.
why?
And you want to know what also about her?
What?
She's very disrespectful. Like, my brother ran for a state house District 3. She literally said, when Justin literally was talking to her, she asked him, I heard you really don't like me that much. I'm like, no, not really, because you're not really helping the state out with the COVID problem. And when he called her out, she got so defensive that she's like, well, I'm so glad there's people like Drew and, I forget his name. He's forget his name, the other guy's name, but Drew and blah blah blah, because we don't need people like you in our legislature.
All I'm saying is, get us a new governor.
Let's go.
Let shit that helps the state pass. Because I have been to Colorado, I've been to Arizona. The reason those places are thriving really well, their schools are getting expanded on more, their cities are getting cleaned up more, it's the cannabis. Like literally, all the taxes that go to that, they have fresh new roads, they have big new schools, they have programs for their underprivileged kids at those schools to get food. Do shit like that. But we're over here in South Dakota being like, no, it's a bad thing. It's the devil's lettuce! It's the devil's lettuce!
It's just really not that. It's more of the money she's getting from her donors the pharmaceutical companies.
She,
You know, here's another thing. You know, you do realize the next presidential election, she really thinks she's gonna have a fucking chance to throw her hat in there. But she might not, because Trump is talking about possibly doing another running, which by that point, I don't think he's gonna be able to. But she really thinks she has a shot at being the next president.
No. Like,
our current president might not be, like, you know, I didn't vote for Joe Biden whatsoever. I didn't vote for Trump either.
I honestly didn't know.
I didn't go and vote at all.
I didn't know how to register. I have missed every chance I've had to vote because, one, I was in the military, didn't know how to do absentee voting.
Right.
Two, I didn't know when to register this year. So, when's the next election? Let's go. Let's see if I actually remember this time.
But yeah, we really did get off topic. Our feelings. Well, I think we kind of talked about our feelings, kind of with the next, you know, talking about male expression. Yeah. Is there anything you can think of you want to add to all this?
No.
No?
I think I'm actually about done with them.
You're...
Like, the only thing I can be like is Lil Nas X needs to teach us how to slide down that pole.
Right? That was
like, damn. I want to install a pole that long and learn how to slide down.
How do you not get chapped?
It's those shorts, dude. He's got the packing to comfort himself so it doesn't burn him at all. He moved up that pole real nice.
Oh, my favorite part of this is at the end of the music video, he just breaks the devil's neck and takes his horns out and puts them on.
He's just like, bitch, I'm the devil.
I'm the devil now. All hail Little S Nice, new Lucifer. Lucifer! You need to watch the show.
Oh, I've watched it all.
Okay.
I love Lucifer.
Lucifer Morningstar.
The owner of Lux. Alright. Well,
okay.
I think that ends our stream for the day.
We love you guys. Please tune in next time.
Have a great rest of your evening.
And goodbye.